into the natural. And how many kills is this DT going to get? It takes 2 hits to kill an SCV, and he is not focus firing the SCVs down. He did get 3 into the red, but he didn't focus fire them down. He did get 1 SCV kill and 1 Marine kill before the scan goes down. The DTs get taken out. And really, a DT drop is extremely hit and miss for against a Terran player, because either you're going to get the Terran when he has no energy to scan, because he's been using it for meals, or you're going to get the Terran player when he has just enough energy to scan. So unfortunate there that that DT drop didn't do enough damage, and kind of a waste of investment getting the Dark Templar Shrine and warping in those Dark Templars. But it looks like the Protoss player is going to commit to the cheese and once again try to surprise. I guess you can't call it cheese at this point in the game, but he's going to commit to the harass and try to warp in DTs again. But I gotta assume that PredY is going to be prepared after having after the Protoss player has revealed his hand. Meanwhile, getting an SCV at the Xel'Naga Watchtower means that he can see this Nexus coming up. Let's go ahead and take a look at PredY's first-person view, and you guys can see that he is currently at 300 APM, averaging nearly 200. And unfortunately, first-person view does not show where the mouse is, but it does show where the player's screen is at all times. And here comes the Dark Templars actually going into the main yet again. We're going to go ahead and click back to all view. And this Dark Templar has gotten 2 SCV kills already, but it does go down. There is a missile turret there, which revealed the DTs that time. And the missile turret here does serve 2 purposes. 1, it protects against Dark Templar drop. 2, it will also protect against potential Colossus coming up behind this ridge. It's a very popular tactic to get Colossi on this map. And I gotta assume the Protoss player is gonna get Colossi sooner or later, knowing that the enemy Terran player does have a pretty significant M&M force, and Colossi deal with M&M very swiftly, and they're very deadly against M&M. Let's take a look at their upgrades. Looks like PredY here at no plus 10 HP yet, but it is researching. He does have Stim, and he actually has +1 to armor and not weapons. Interesting. Usually you want to get armor for weapons first. Keep in mind, guys, that these 2 players are high-level players. This is not your average HD StarCraft game where you're watching myself play. As much fun as that might be, you guys are actually right now viewing 2 very high-level players playing. And these Hellions are not going to be able to make it in with those Immortals pushing them back. And actually, I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and set the health bars to selected, because I know those can get in the way as there's more and more units. Interesting. The Templar Archives actually researching Kaidaran Amulet here and getting chrono boosted. So looks like fiRstaNdLast is going to once again, keep trying to get those Templar harasses in whether high or dark. And if he does warp in high temps, they will have the energy to Psystorm immediately. That is a lot of clumped up SCVs here as PredY's main is getting mined out. Let's take a look. Yeah, the main for the Protoss player fiRstaNdLast also getting mined out. So they're going to have to grab another expansion pretty soon here. fiRstaNdLast already on top of that, trying to grab the gold yet again. Pretty bold, but PredY can see this with that SCV at that Xel'Naga Watchtower. And this Nexus might be shut down very, very quickly here. Some Vikings coming out for PredY as well. And here we go, the M&M ball with the Hellions in the front serving as the meat shields. And there's actually a Ghost EMP Shockwave going down on the Protoss units. Those Immortals have no shields right now. They're basically useless without shields. Oh, those Immortals are just going to get slaughtered, but high temps coming in, Psystorm going down. The Marines stim and run away from the storm. And there's just too many Terran units here. That Archon's going to go down as well. Another stim. Oh, but Psystorm from the ridge above, and then morphing into an Archon. So Psystorm saved the day there, and that is what I'm talking about. If he had not researched the amulet, then he would have not had Psystorm, and that Marine and Marauder ball might have been taking out this Nexus. So good move there, and both players here starting to use the Spellcasters. Ghost, of course, the new extremely important unit for TVP for EMP Shockwave. And Psystorm, extremely important because most Terran players do go Marine and Marauder, and Psystorm can absolutely demolish those clumped up infantry units. Meanwhile, of course, it looks like the Forge is researching, looks like weapons level 2. And now, fiRstaNdLast, the Protoss player, is deciding to go for his second natural instead of this risky gold natural. I like the decision because this expansion has now been shut down. Looks like this is the third time it's been shut down already. Meanwhile, PredY is going to capture his second natural as well. So, as you guys can see, this map really does encourage macro level play. And it looks like both players might be moving their units, you know, Protoss moving to the east and Terran moving from the west, but it looks like PredY here is going to cut across and engage this Protoss army. We're going to see what's going to happen right here. Templars getting the storm off yet again. Might have been too early to storm there, or storm right now would be critical against this Marine Marauder ball. A siege tank also getting into the mix, goes down to the Immortals, but the Immortals in turn go down to the Marines Marauders. And Templars getting storm off yet again. Those Marines and Marauders are slaughtered by the storm. Just absolutely beautiful storms from our Protoss player here, and that's all that's keeping him in this game right now. Meanwhile, back at the Terran player's base, he's just continuing to pump out these Marines and Marauders. 2 Raxes with reactor cores, 1 with a tech lab. I gotta assume that these 2 Raxes, 1 will have a tech lab and 1 will have a reactor core, just to improve efficiency. 2 Ghosts as well, both with enough energy to EMP Shockwave. Meanwhile, a pylon going down up here. The probe scouts out this third expo going up, and there's actually a planetary fortress coming up. Boom! Down goes the probe. But this pylon is going to be able to provide the Protoss player quick reinforcements as he moves in and engages this planetary fortress. All the SCVs surrounding the fortress to repair, and the Templars are in. The Templars have been warped in. They do have enough energy to storm. Are they going to storm the SCVs? Yes, they do. 2 storms going down. SCVs trying to dodge the storm for dear life. And a third storm. This one's going to be brutal as it takes out about 4 or 5. Another storm going down. And these 4 Templars that have just been warped in still haven't used their storm yet. But it matters not, as the planetary fortress is going to go down. And here comes the defense force here, trying to come in and save the day, but it's too late. The fortress goes down, and oh no, another storm. Oh, it's just so many storms this game as the Marines and Marauders get wiped out. And the command center is going to be rebuilt here. But it was a minor setback for the Terran player losing that command center, but at the same time, the Protoss player lost a lot of his army there. Looking at their supply count, Protoss at 86 supply, Terran at 115. So although the Protoss player, he did get a very good economic harass, killing all those SCVs, and he killed the command center, he's desperately behind in terms of army count right now. And right now, PredY has an opportunity to move in and engage where the Protoss player doesn't have much forces at all. And he could even win the game right now if he moves in. He's got to do it quick, though. Is he going to go in? There is a Dark Templar among the Marine forces here, sneaking behind and stabbing the Ghost in the back. And down goes 1 Ghost, actually, as well as a DT. And it looks like PredY is going to try to move in and take out this third expo here. But has he hesitated for too long? Has he allowed the Protoss player to regroup and rebuild his forces? DT is trying to come in here and just try to do whatever they can. Take out those Ghosts, I got to assume. And here we go. Can the Protoss player hold? He does have 2 cannons. Psystorm going down again, and oh my goodness. So much damage from the storms. But was it a waste? I feel like the Protoss player should have saved his storm